the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints.
Season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again to Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Hard throw, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
And he'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. And he's taken down here by the Saints. A loss of 4 that time on a sack, and it brings up 2nd.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. This defense for the Saints, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Play action now. Cousins. The pass caught by Olave.
Cousins pass complete to Chris Olave. A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Cousins taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 30. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 24, Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Cousins. He's got his man. That's Hardman. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Saints. Mecole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 9. Smith over the middle, complete. It's White. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Geno. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And after the Russell Wilson trade, you have to ask, will Tyler Lockett be able to extend his streak of 1,000-yard seasons to 4 without the only quarterback he's ever played with in the NFL? But the way he plays, a very steady presence and catches everything in sight, I think he's got a good chance of extending that streak and becoming best friends with his new quarterback along the way. He certainly looked like it on that first down catch.
Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Sticking with Walker on second down. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ronald Jones, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On second and 12, Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now Gino on 1st down. He completes this to Walker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because The entire game, he's been under siege.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's personal or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On play action, Cousins. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Jones. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21 to zip. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Looking to throw again on second down. Smith. And his throw here is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Geno now to throw. He completes it right side to White. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here we go, here we go.
On 4th down, Smith. He's got his tight end Fant. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Smith on 1st down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Come on, come on. Hey. Get the average, get the average.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing again is Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 37. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Smith. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Hey, no, he's easy. Done.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
on third down. Cousins. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over first and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, right, the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Smith. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Walker now on first and 10.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, it's Smith. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Here's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Again, Walker.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Well, let's see where they turn on third and goal from the 5.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Myers' kick is good, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now Cousins hands to Jones.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
From the 41, Cousins.
He completes it to Olave.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Cousins with a give to Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins now. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. Throwing on 3rd down. Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 71 yards.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense. Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead, it's down to just one score. Gino's going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 2nd and 11 now, Cousins. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd and 1, Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
18
Smith. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Cousins to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
An inside give to Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable for Lockett.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dive, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dive?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Smith now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One last throw here for Smith. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's a